Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Welcome to Saturday and welcome to episode number 75. Today's episode is powered once again by my sponsor Elgato. Now guys, you know it by now, I use Elgato's products as a tool for my content creation and I definitely recommend them. Today for example, we've got like the green screen in the background removing the background from this video to immerse me into the video, and of course like the key lights to brighten everything up, and the Wave 3 microphone in front of me to get that lovely crispy audio. If you're an aspiring content creator, check down below in the description to a link to my Elgato profile page. So getting on into the episode then, do me a huge favor, keep me in a good mood by smashing that thumbs up button. 5,000 likes is your target on this weekend, and I would greatly appreciate any of you continuing your support on the series. Subscribe as well if you're new around here and click that little notification bell. Why not, right? So I'm in a good mood today, not only because, you know, I've got another video for you guys, but I'm also going to go and get a haircut. I really need a haircut, and there's been lockdown in the UK for like the last month, but we're out of that now, and yeah, I can go off and get my head chopped, so I'm going to go and do that later, which is a good feeling, right, you know, nice and fresh, hopefully, anyway. Might come back with a Mohican tomorrow, you never know, right? So anyway, the first thing we're going to do today, or actually what we're going to do today, is use everything but our main team, and we're also going to make a major change to our main team in this video. So to start things off, I did the squad battle stuff with my Silver Stars team, which was just, yeah, play 5 games of squad battles with a silver team and get a bunch of points and score a bunch of goals. It unlocked me 75 plus rated players, 4 of those packs, and then 1 rare mega pack, of which I am going to open in this video. I'm going to open them for you now. Part of me wanted to save them because obviously I'm recording this video on like Friday afternoon, just before the new, was it Team of the Group stage or whatever comes out, we expect. The Champions League promo, whatever that is on the splash screen. And then I would prefer to save for that, because then it means that we actually, you know, get the possibility of getting another, like, what, Team of the Group stage Messi like last year or something, if he gets one, that is. And that would be quite nice. Guys, I guess you'll know by now who's actually in the team, who's in the promo. So let me know if you think it's a W or an L in the comment section below. But yeah, I think I'm also a bit of a if your luck's in, it's in kind of guy. So sometimes you just want to open a few packs. We get a little Shaqiri there, who I thought was a dupe, but I then realised that our club is kind of in the mud right now. We have got not much at our disposal, if I'm honest. So we will, you know, we'll plug along and try and up that fodder again, because we've got a couple of all right bits of fodder after like rewards and stuff yesterday. But yeah, it's slim pickings at the moment. So from our rare mega pack, we are going to get a walkout. And from that, we are going to get ourselves an Englishman. A right mid from Dortmund, which a couple of days ago, or a few days ago, would have been a record breaker. But it is like the 3rd time this year that we have packed 87 rated Jadon Sancho. And I'll definitely take that from a rare mega. You know, we couldn't even get a walkout in yesterday's episode, and we had 4 rare megas. So, yeah, they aren't always great, but sometimes you get a decent player. I mean, that's a good first owner player. We recently got rid of him into the Memphis Depay SBC, so it's nice to have him back as a first owner already, because he was one of the players like him and Gini Wijnaldum, like certain players that I didn't necessarily really want to submit into SBCs, but we've done it anyway because we don't use them a ton. But you never know what you're going to need for some sort of first owner objectives if that is the case. So we move on to the second team of the episode, which is this. An Eredivisie squad with 3 silvers in it, and it's low rated, and it doesn't look absolutely amazing really, does it? I basically put together a team of what I had in my club, plus I bought a left back for centre back. Essentially, I wanted to get this Gravenberch. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, the Dutch centre midfielder who looks absolutely insane. So, and you just need to score 15 goals for that. So I went into a game and I let my opponent get a goal, and he did a full-on dance celebration against me and then didn't let me score. So the plan was just let each other score 15 goals. That's what I hoped for anyway, but he wasn't up for it. So instead of just quitting at 1-0 down, I decided if he was going to waste my time by doing the full-on celebrations every time he scored, I'm just going to stay in the game. And I'm going to take the goals that I can get. And that will go towards my tally for unlocking Gravenberch. Gravenberch, I think. That's what we're going to go with anyway. But yeah, obviously I would say that this guy was a better player than me, but we were able to sort of work our way through and score some goals. I conceded a ton though. Like the team that I've got isn't particularly amazing. I hadn't really thought it through. I just put together a squad of what I had in my club. And I'm not going to lie, it was kind of fun to use a couple of the players that I would have absolutely never used. Like Zahavi up front. I actually quite enjoyed him. He's not the quickest, but I quite enjoyed him. And then I match up against Zell. Any of you guys that don't know, Zelonius is a pro FIFA player. And I messaged him in private during the pause and was like, hey bro, maybe could you let me score the 9 goals that I need or something, or 11 goals that I need to get my objective done? And he was streaming, so I didn't want to interrupt him. And obviously he's a pro, he would have slapped me, so I just let him have the 1-0 win to move on as quickly as possible. I don't want to be matching up against a pro. And I feel like I matched a pro in this game as well. I don't know who this guy was, but he was like Kazooie. He had skills. It was very good. So as you can see, I'm pretty much being a nice guy at the start of every game and giving everyone a goal, and no one was reciprocating, which is fine. It's up to them, I guess. But it does make me a little bit feisty, and it does make me want to like, okay, now I want to beat you. So anyway, it felt pretty good to get into the lead against this guy after we gave him a goal and actually end up going 3-1 up, which was weird because when you see the end result of this game, you wouldn't have thought that we could just turn it around like that. It was kind of nuts because this guy was actually very good as well. So this is gameplay from next gen. Obviously, this is me on the Xbox Series X, the full next gen version of FIFA 21, and you can tell that by like the pitch looks. I don't know. The graphics are just genuinely better, and I've had some very smooth games so far, which I'm buzzing about. And I don't know whether or not that is just the new capability because it's on next gen and it's optimized and stuff, or whether or not there's just less people on those particular servers. Because I think at this point I can't match anyone on old gen. I think when you're playing the proper next gen version of the game, you are just playing against other people on next gen. And there's probably obviously a lot less of them than there are people on Xbox Ones out there. So yeah, I wonder. But it was some very nice gameplay. I end up matching up against this guy right here, and he already had Gravenberch, but we definitely wanted him. I end up going 1-0 up with Dumfries, and he quits at 1-0, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't really need the win. I would have probably let him have the win. I just need a bunch of goals, really. I go into another game, and I match up against him again, and I'm like, oh, I know what he's going to do. He doesn't want to play me, does he? He doesn't want to put the effort in. So he quits at 0-0, and then, oh dear, lo and behold, we match him 3 times in a row, which is something which tells me a little bit that maybe the player base is a lot lower on next gen at the moment because, you know, we're just matching up. I think friendlies are somewhat skill-based match made, right? A little bit looser than rivals and stuff, but yeah, I matched the same guy 3 times in a row, and he quit once at 1-0, and then he just quit at 0-0 every other time, which was unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, I'd have let him win, really. I just needed goals. So we go into the next one. This guy ends up going 2-1 up against me, and then 3-1 up against me, and I'm like, damn it. But in the 40th minute, I end up getting a goal back here with Quincy Promes. Just a lovely little dink. Regular Promes, by the way, against these slightly worse defenders. Actually very good. And actually Zahavi as well is just a nice player to use. And then Berghaus, I think is the proper pronunciation, ends up scoring a goal after you guys memed me on Twitter the other day. And we turn the game around to 4-3. Literally in like 5 FIFA minutes. That's nuts. We were 3-1 down. And then we end up getting the final goal that we needed. That was the 15th goal that I needed to unlock my new Dutchman, which is great. And at that point, my opponent still stuck in there and kind of got a goal back and then got another goal back to make it 5-5. And I was like, you know what? I'm not playing the rest of this objective. I don't want the other players. I really just wanted this midfielder. So for having a good game and stuff, why not just let this guy have the win? And this, by the way, I don't think he might have been able to skip it, but I did him a good deed, and he's played the longest celebration in history. But this is the new next-gen celebration for if you score in the last few minutes of the game, it does this crazy celebration where everyone goes nuts, and it looks kind of cool. I think it's probably over time going to be very annoying for everyone, but hopefully it can just be skipped and people skip it. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, I let him have the win because all I needed was those goals and to finish off the game. So we got daily objectives done. Black Friday is also complete just in time because that expired yesterday for you guys. So I got a couple of packs there, of which I'm going to open in tomorrow's video. So we've saved up a mega pack, a premium gold players pack. I think I've got something in season progress which I'll unlock for you as well tomorrow. And then I'll do like all the marquee matchups and stuff. I'll make sure I get all of that stuff done if I can, with the club that we've got right now. But welcome to Gravenberch. He looks good. 82 rated Dutch midfielder from Ajax. 83 pace. He's gone off the screen, so I can't tell you what his stats are already. I can't remember them. But essentially, a really well-rounded midfielder, and probably one of the best, easiest unlocks on this game. So this is what the team could look like. This is, you know, if we pulled out Bruno Fernandes and put this Gravenberch in there as a great box-to-box midfielder, we could do that. And I'm going to do that. I've also bought Fabinho. I don't know if I'm losing my head here, because he's quite slow. But people have said good things about him, and he should have 77 pace with a shadow on him. And that would get me up to better chem. I mean, Alan would have been off chem before, but Fabinho gets the link to Joe Gomez and, of course, is now on full chemistry. One thing I did need to do was buy a Dutch manager, which are very extinct, by the way. I searched for 15 minutes to try and get that guy. Luckily, I got him on the first attempt that one popped up. I don't know why they're so rare. But yeah, this right here, I know players are like slightly out of position, but everyone's on the full chem that they can possibly be on, and it just essentially replaces Bruno Fernandes with Gravenberch, which I actually really want to do. You know, we've got this Seedorf, which means that we can get these Dutch players in, and it's just different, and I really like the look of this team. So this is what I'm going to attempt to go into the weekend league with. Let's face it, I don't actually have to sell Bruno right now. I might sell him at the height of his price this weekend, but yeah, I mean, right now, the squad is kind of set. It's looking really, really good. And I'm just excited to see what it can actually be like in-game. So I'm going to play my first couple of FUT Champions matches for you now, since as Friday did roll around, and we could go into my first next-gen weekend league, of which I've said to myself, if there is a lower player base and things are incredibly difficult, I will just switch it back to the old gen for this weekend. Wait until more people get on it if it's going to be a really horrible experience. But so far, so good. I really like the way that the pitch lines and stuff look. They're very noticeable on the next gen. And this is some of the smoothest gameplay I've felt. And I said that earlier. And I genuinely don't know whether it's because it's more optimized or whether it's because there's less people on the servers. However, the people that I were coming up against really didn't know how to block this directional nutmeg, which is what we're going to call it, because I think that is the actual name for it. But yeah, he quits at 2-0, I think, which he had... Was he the guy with the possession? It might not have been him. Oh no, I just did quite well against that guy. I got a couple of goals nice and early and got my rage quit. So First weekend league game on next gen, I end up getting a rage quit, which is lovely. And then we come up against Gianluca UD with his Serie A squad, and this was a fairly heavy possession player. Struggled to get the ball off of him, but when I did, I was smashing it in the attack. He didn't really know how to defend me that well, especially with the directional nutmeg, and also things like the elasticos, roulettes, fake shots, chops, all sorts of stuff. I was doing loads, and it was working in my favour, like big time. So although he was holding the ball a bit better than me, I was able to at least outscore him. You know, he does get through here and gets a nice goal with Immobile, who turns out is actually a bit of a beast this year. But Memphis, look at those defenders just holding off me, so I hit him with a couple of the bridge or the nutmegs, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, just get past those defenders with the little speed boost that it gives you, and go 3-1 up. But he does run down the other end to get a 3-2 goal. However, I run down the other end and get a 4-2 goal. Neymar getting it in there, and we are still 2 goals up at the break, at least, right? Nice one. So, well, we could make it we could make it 5-2 just before the halftime break. Yeah, I think we will. Why not? For some reason, he was just standing off me and not attacking. So I took advantage of that and used timed the skill moves in the right moment, and it meant that I was definitely going to get past those defenders. So I'm 5-2 up. Neymar ends up luckily winning the ball back here. Do a little fake Rabona, get that ball in the air with a rainbow flick, keep flicking it up, and then just bang it in the back of the net. And he'd had enough at that point. I don't blame him. I've scored some pretty ridiculous goals in that game. And that's going to be 2 rage quits out of 2 so far in the weekend league. 2-0. And I will leave you there, but tomorrow obviously we'll carry on. We'll open a bunch of packs for the new promo and stuff and see how we're getting on. But we're 2-0. Things are feeling good, looking good, and I'm liking the team. Gravenberch, just first impressions from 2 games where I got rage quits on. Feels great. Feels great as a box-to-box centre mid. Loving, he's very tall. He's got long old legs, 6'3" or something, and he feels quick. Fabinho, rock solid as well so far. A little bit of issue with the pace, but again, I think he'll be just fine. And then Memphis, 7, I think it's 6 goals, 7 assists in 7 games for him from Cam in either Division 1 or the Weekend League. Very impressed with the Dutchman so far. So yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. If you would be so kind as to hit me with a lovely thumbs up, that would be amazing. 5,000 likes is your target. Thank you for that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I thank you for that. And you can, of course, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you tomorrow with another episode and another double upload potential. Peace.